Ah! Oh, I stood on and fell in a box. So today, with a hop, skip and a jump, I am leaving the house. It's gonna be, oh my god, it's gonna be the worst. Please don't make me leave. Literally tonight, all I'm doing is going out and having dinner at a bar and having some drinks and stuff. It's gonna be super low key, but Hamish has finished his exams, which has been such a long time coming. His last exam finishes tonight at like 5:30 or something. So it's like 3-4 o'clock now, and I was like, why? Like, let's just film this. So I'm just gonna do some glam, maybe a little bit of grungy glam. Actually, grunge? I don't know. I'm using a full face of Charlotte Tilbury. This isn't really grunge, is it? We'll see what we can do. I'm gonna use my favorite Charlotte Tilbury palette. They recently sent over a few products for me to try, and you guys know I'm a huge fan of Charlotte Tilbury as it is. So I've got a bunch of the stuff that I already own, and then some things that they've sent over for me. This isn't sponsored, but I have been using these all week, and I'm really, really liking the stuff at the moment, especially the foundation. I wore this the other day when I went and got my hair done. If you guys can't tell, you probably can't because it's greasy already, so. Really hope that you enjoyed this video. It's probably the worst one I've ever made, but you know, I just really wanted to sit down and get ready. What can you do? This is the content that you signed up for when you subscribed, and you know it. Head over to my Instagram if you haven't already. It's just Kasey Rayton, same as my YouTube. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you guys don't miss any of my uploads, and we're gonna jump straight into the video. Woo! Sipping on my wine because anxiety problems. I need to prepare, right? I haven't met these people before. Oh my god. I was gonna put these clips in my hair, but I feel like they'll like... Oh, it's really cute if I do that though. That's really cute. I look like a little house on the prairie. Okay, that's not cute. Oh my god, that went from really cute to... Oh, I'm so ugly. Oh, I don't want to look at it anymore. Let's just do one. Let's do one. 2 is just really weird. What if I put them down lower? Is that what people do? Is that no? Yeah, no? Okay, I seriously need to put some stuff on my face. I have that fucking rash that I always get. Contact dermatitis rash. Okay, I have a sneaking suspicion it could be these Charlotte Tilbury products, but you guys are probably thinking, Kasey, why are you putting them on your face? I really like them, okay? This has always happened to me with one of the products that I'm gonna show you guys from Charlotte Tilbury. It really does bring me out in contact dermatitis. Like, I notice a pattern every time I use it, but it's just not like bad enough for me to stop using it. I basically will just alternate days. So I'll use it one day and then not the next. The next day I'll be putting on cream to combat dermatitis. The things we do for love. I'm just prepping my skin with my Tatcha, the silk canvas. Fuck, I get lit really easy, and I also get a placebo effect. If I think there's alcohol in something, suddenly I'm like, oh my god, this drink is the best. And then someone will be like, there's no alcohol in that. And I'm like, oh, sober up quick smart. The fact that I'm drinking wine and know I'm drinking wine, it's like, it's going to my head. Surprisingly, I'm not actually red from the wine. It's just my face. I have gotten like no sleep this week as well because I was down at my mum's and I have to sleep on the lounge when I visit because she doesn't have a bed set up or anything. So it's been eventful. Basically, sleeping on a lounge with one dog here. I'm in the middle, 2 dogs on top of my blankets. So I'm just like a sandwiched little worm and I can't move, and it's like I love them to death, but it's like, can you please just fucking get under the blankets? Foundation that I'm going to use today, I actually get oily with this, and I have not gotten oily with a foundation in a really long time, so it's just an exciting time. So this is the Airbrush Flawless Foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. This is very full coverage. Oh my god, I haven't wet my fucking sponge. I'm using the shade number 6. This matches my tan pretty well. It does go a little bit yellow and it does oxidize a little bit. So I'm gonna go wash my sponge. I'll be back in a jiffy. Cover it up, baby. Cover up my lizard skin. Oh, also I did a thing. You guys notice anything new? My ears are very swollen right now. I got these re-pierced. This one was still open, so I always had like my seconds and thirds done, but I just never put any earrings in them. This one was open, and then the rest I had to have redone. Now I've got like really cute little ears with so many earrings in them. That's all I'm gonna do with my foundation right now, and then I'm gonna mix another product into it for my next layer. So I really love the Hollywood Flawless Filter. You guys have seen these two in so many of my videos. They've been in like my favorites videos, and especially in summer I like am obsessed with these. But this is the product that kind of sets off my contact dermatitis. I see it happen every time I use it. I didn't notice at first, and then after a while I started noticing a pattern of getting it. So that's why I have a feeling that I've gotten contact dermatitis this time around. I really do feel like there's a strong possibility it could be from this foundation. I'm guessing it might have similar ingredients in it to these. I have used this foundation the last 4 days in a row. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna keep using it though. I'm gonna give my skin like a little bit of a break and switch over to some other foundations for the next couple of days. I will come back to it and try it again and see if it happens again. Flawless Filter is basically like a really sheer, highlighty something. I can't even tell you. It's just a flawless filter. It's just beautiful. Summer, I'll use it over my entire face. Like when I went to Bali with Hamish like last year, I would use it as like a skin tint all over my face because I do have a darker one. So this one is number 2, and this is one of the ones that they sent over for me because I really did want a lighter one that I could use to actually like highlight with, because I usually use number 4 and number 5. 5 is when I want like a tint to my skin and to actually like match my like tan, and 5 I'll typically use as like a primer or something like that. And then I'm just gonna jump back in with that sponge and blend everything out. Just gives you like the most beautiful highlighted kind of glow without making you look like a tin man. I'm gonna put like a little bit on my ears. I'm not really meant to because they're kind of like really sore, but they're just so red. They're giving me away. A little Charlotte Tilbury product that I have been loving. This is, what are you called, sir? I don't know what its name is, but it is a concealer. It's in the shade number 2, and it's just like a salmony peachy kind of concealer. So good for dark circles. It's one of the only ones that like has a good formula from like ones that I've tried. It works so well. I've been using it this past week just underneath my actual concealer. Like I just use it to color correct, and honestly it's just been saving lives out here. Like it's not too matte, it's not too greasy or like creamy. It's just really good, and I think it works really well. Oh, the face burning starting. This dermatitis cream that I use, Elidel, is what I use. You guys always ask me about it. It's called Elidel. You have to get a prescription from your doctor to get it, but basically it's a non-steroid cream. There's no steroids in it, which we all know what steroids do to eczema and dermatitis prone skin. They ain't good. And it's just a really good cream that honestly saves my ass every time that I get a little dermatitis breakout. But you're only meant to use a little bit, and it does make you feel really flushed. So like the areas that you put it, they start feeling like you're going through menopause. Like it's like just hot, like your skin feels like warm, as if there's a heater on it, and it's just like it's really frustrating. I can see why women going through menopause get really cranky, because like this shit, when I get like this warmth feeling on my face, I'm just in the worst mood, and I can feel it already kind of starting. And then I'm gonna go in with my concealer. This is the Magic Away Liquid Concealer from Charlotte Tilbury in the shade number 4. Oh, there's an itch in my nose. The packaging on this is the worst. As you guys can see, it's already kind of open a little bit because I can't close it all the way, otherwise I can't get it back open. It's just so stiff and it's so messy. I can't get it to not be messy. So I'm just gonna get a little bit off the tip. I just really don't like the packaging of this. Because I already have that color correct underneath, I don't need much foundation, so I'm just gonna do a little bit. Concealer. I don't know what I'm saying. Whatever's left on my brush, I'm just gonna bring underneath my brows and onto my lids. I really think there's father and son outside playing soccer. This is not the time for your bonding, sir. They're right outside my window. Oh my god, out of everywhere they could play soccer right now. I'm pretty sure this foundation is meant to be matte. I could be wrong. I feel like it's meant to be matte, but that tartar cream underneath just makes it so deliciously dewy. I'm gonna go in now and cream contour. I need to be chiseled for these bitches. So this is like one of my favorite cream contours. Oh baby, the way it just leaks out like that. It's like a chocolate donut. This is the contour wand from Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Fair Medium. You guys already know I love this so much. A little bit goes a long way. So it's just like the best contour shade ever. I'm gonna blend out into my jaw first, just so I can spread that. But I'm glad I went like this, because fuck, I did not blend that right at all. And look at that shadow. The shadow. It's kind of just like really thin. Doesn't add any coverage or like any more layers really. It just is like a thin sheer shadow on top of what you've already got. We're gonna get rid of these creases, just tap them on out. I'm gonna lightly set with this Charlotte Tilbury powder under my eyes. You really don't need much. Like if you use too much, it'll kind of make your under eyes like a little bit dark. But if you use just a tiny bit, it's like so perfect, and it's literally just such a freaking nice powder. So this is the Flawless Finish powder 2 medium. Perfect shade for setting my face. Perfect finish, like it's such a nice powder for like dry skin. It doesn't bring like that tightness to your face. Like it's just, I could not even explain it to you guys. It's just amazing. Then I'm gonna go back in with this contour and just go bam, bam. I'm gonna take my little E40 and we're just gonna blend this out as like a cream transition kind of situation. So I just really like doing this recently because it just kind of gives you a tint to your lids, so then when you actually go in and start doing your eyeshadow and everything, you kind of have like a really nice kind of base to work with. Once I do that, I just go in with that powder and set straight over top of my lids. So I have this little face palette from Charlotte Tilbury that's really, really pretty. So you've got a contour shade, a blush. This is kind of like an all over glow, and then this is like a concentrated highlighter. So you can kind of use this as like highlight and blush. I kind of, when I do blush, I just run my brush through them both. But I'm gonna go in with the contour shade first, and I'm using my F40 from Sigma. I really like this brush for blush and bronzing. These powders are really light. Like literally I'm smashing my brush in here and they're just like, you really can't pick up too much. Like it just doesn't let you. So they're very forgiving. So this is definitely more of like a contour shade on me because it is like a little bit more on the neutral side. And then with that same brush, I'm gonna go into both of the highlighty and blushy kind of shades. These shades are really light, to be honest. Like I kind of like, never see them on my skin. I'm using them this past week and I'm just like, I could probably do without this palette. I don't think I would personally buy it knowing what I know now after like trying it out. And this is one of the ones that they sent over for me to try. I'm gonna take the highlight shade now. This one's super pretty. Look at that. Oh my god. This is crazy. I didn't even tell you guys what this is called. Oh my god. So this is the Glow Gasm face palette. I'm gonna do my eyes now. May as well, right? Someone's got to do them. So I have a very go-to look when I use this palette. This is my favorite eye palette. Is it? I feel like it is, which sucks for you guys because this was limited edition. It's not, you can't get it anymore. But I think they just came out with a new one. Pretty sure they come out with one of these every year. This is the Stars in Your Eyes palette. Oh my god, I just love it so much. If you can ever get your hands on one of these Charlotte Tilbury palettes, I definitely recommend it. Very pricey, but so worth it because they truly are so beautiful. Hopefully some of you guys own this palette, or if you don't, you have colors that are really similar because they're super dupable colors. I love starting out with this one and then I start hitting it with this bitch. I'm just getting it on my Sigma E35. Yes, it is. I think what I'm most excited for tonight is to like have some food. I really just want to be set up in a nice corner with a glass of wine and some chips and a nice burger. You know, like that would be really, like that's my kind of night. So I want to do something kind of pretty and like neutral, but I also want it to be a little bit grungy. I'm gonna kind of go in with the pigment. And like honestly, these shadows are just so pretty and pigmented that like they do all the work for you. I mean, you guys can see that I'm just slapping them up in my face. I think that's why I really like Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows so much. I used a quad of hers like years ago and I wasn't really a fan, but this palette, I don't know what it is about it, the eyeshadow formula is just like incredible. This is the 228 Luxe Crease. And I'm gonna jump in with this Grwm. And just like get it up in there. Just shove it in there, guys. And then I like to start mixing it in with the lighter pink that I used before. That movie kind of shade. And I'll start bringing it up. Get that raccoon eye happening. And then whatever's left over on those brushes, I just kind of take it under my lower lash line. I'm gonna jump in with this brown now, and just on my E20 from Sigma, I'm going to start packing this into the outer corner of the eye. You know what, I might even do a halo eye. I'm gonna put this on the inner corner as well, just a little bit. So jumping in with a mix of those two pinky and brown shades, I'm gonna blend the inner corner and same with the outer corners as well. Oh, I haven't done a halo eye in so long, it's so grungy. I'm gonna take my E34 brush from Sigma and just a little bit of that chocolatey brown and the rusty brown shade. And just like really smudge them as close to my lash line as I can. I'm gonna stick with my tried and true. I'll go with some gold. So this is my Sigma E58. It's not really gold, it's more of like a champagne white. It's really, really light and super pretty. And all I'm doing is just pressing this onto the middle of the lid, taking it right up to the crease. And then with just any of those fluffy brushes, I'm just gonna roughly blend over the edges. I really love doing them like this because then you kind of get like the glitter everywhere, but you still get like the concentration of color in the middle. Oh my god, I could just like make out with myself. And I'm just gonna pop this right on the inner corner and slightly like under the tear duct. And then I'm taking a little angled brush. This is the Zoeva 317 liner brush. And I'm gonna go right along my lash line. And all I'm doing is prepping for lashes. So instead of doing like eyeliner, I'm just gonna put a bit of darker shadow. And that way it'll just like define the lash line, but not make it like too harsh. So I'm gonna use my favorite lashes right now. These are the Ardell Wispies, faux mink wispies. Wow, that was like 100 eyelashes of mine stuck in the glue. Ew. You honestly just never know how your lashes are gonna stick on. Honestly, all I want for tonight is for these lashes to stay put. Oh my god, it's not on my eye! Are you joshing me right now? Oh my god. Finally got my lashes to stick their asses down. I'm gonna go in with mascara now. This is the Black Vinyl mascara from Charlotte Tilbury. I haven't used this in super long. I've used it once or twice, but it's been a very, very long time since I've tried it. It seems really nice for blending in with like falsies. It's like really lightweight and like was brushing through them really smoothly too. Don't look down. Oh my god. Fuck, I looked down. Literally, as I said, don't look down, I looked down. Am I a dumbass? I have two lip liners here. So these are the Super Size Me. No, what? No, that's the shade. Lip Cheat lip liners in the shade Super Size Me and Pillow Talk. I think Pillow Talk, yeah, it's the one I've been using. It's like pretty much my natural lip color. And then Super Size Me is like a little bit darker. They're a little bit more waxy than the MAC lip pencils, but they're so smooth to like draw into your lips with. Like they're not like those lip liners where you press a little bit too hard and it like deposits too much color and it gets kind of like chunky. I'm gonna go in with this lipstick in the shade Dance Floor Princess. Funny story about this lipstick. I had this in the shade Kim KW, which is just like a really beautiful, like really light pink nude. Oh my god, it's just like the most perfect nude, like pinky nude ever. I'm like obsessed with it. I really wanted it for so long, and when I went to America 2 years ago, I think it is now, where I bought my other two, I got these two Charlotte Tilbury products as well. That's like a really good indicator for how long these last. I've been using these for 2 years. 2 years, guys. Going strong. Probably not in date anymore. Now think about it, but let's forget about that. Wore it the whole time I was in New York. I loved it. It was like the best lipstick I ever bought. We were best friends, soulmates. Filled my heart up. And then one day I lost it and I didn't know what happened to it. And I was like, where the hell is this gone? And I bought a couple of like designer bags when I was in New York. They were like from a store that, I can't remember what the store's called, but basically it's just like old lines of designer things and you get them like really, really cheap. I had a Ralph Lauren bag that I bought and I gave it to Hamish's mum for Christmas because like I'd never used it. I think I used it once when I was there and I just decided that the bag wasn't really in my style and I decided to give it away to someone. And so we gave it to her as a Christmas present because it was still like brand new, never been used. In that bag, when she got it, she opened it up and she was like, oh, there was a lipstick in here too. It must come with the bag. And I was like, and so now anyway, Hamish's mum is the proud owner of my Charlotte Tilbury Kim KW lipstick. She doesn't know it was a mistake. Her heart was too pure for me to say anything, so I just let it happen. I was like, yes, it does come with the bag. This shade is super, super pretty. What one was this? Dance Floor Princess. That's like such a good movie. Alright guys, so that is everything for this video. This is the finished grungy glam. I honestly didn't do the best job of this makeup. I guess that's just what happens when you're a bit anxious. You're on a time constraint and you're sipping wine the entire time. It's not my best work, I will say that. But I really do like love the eye look. Thumbs it up, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell down the bottom so you guys don't miss any of my future videos. I'm gonna finish off my wine and have a great time before I go and dine. Oh my god! Oh shit! We got a rapper in the house. Word to your mother. We out. I want to break through. It's Queen if it was a Dracula musical. I want to break free. No one needs tags this long. Ah! Oh, I stood up and fell in a box. Gonna make you mad, gonna get in line. 5, 6, 7, 8. Do I need to be higher? No, don't go lower. Go higher. Fucking bitch. Is it hot in here or is it just me? Is that a fly? No, I think it's just my lip crust. No, it's dust. Yeah, that's fine. Oh my god, I thought it was like a dragon or something. Did you hear that?